Welcome to this week's Vero's Coaches Wrap. Murray Davis here to review our Round 6 game v Sydney Swans. Obviously we didn't get the result that we were after. Boys planned really well throughout the week and nearly executed to the plan, so disappointing to not get the result, but really happy with the effort. We started the game really well, kicking 13 points to Sydney 0. You'll see this goal here from a centre bounce, which was really pleasing. Young Ben Keys on debut was involved, so I've highlighted him on this clip here just through his work rate. It was terrific for him to get some early touches and get involved in the game, and you'll see him here, just a really important touch to Piers Hanley, who went back and kicked the goal. So our goal kicking's improved, which is very impressive, but just the passion and the enthusiasm that the players played with really set the trend for the whole day. So we were pleased with that from a coaching point of view. Unfortunately, this is Ben Keys, actually, not unfortunately, but he managed to kick a goal in his first game, and I sort of spoke a bit about the passion and the enthusiasm that the players are playing with, and hopefully our fans, supporters and members see that. It was terrific to see so many guys get around him. Those at the game would have seen this, and those watching on TV, but what I've done is just highlighted something from behind the goals that we get as coaches, and we'll make sure our players see this as well. It's Ben Keys going back and kicking the goal, but it's the enthusiasm that the boys show and getting around him. Every single player on the field runs to him, makes sure that they let him know he's doing a terrific job, and celebrates or helps him celebrate his first goal at AFL level. So that was terrific. We're really pleased to see that the boys have that level of enthusiasm, and we know that that'll hold us in good stead. Touched on this last week, red time goals, and Western Bulldogs kicked 3 goals in 2 minutes, and unfortunately it was a similar story this week with Sydney Swans kicking 3 goals in 2 minutes again. So it is work in progress for us. We're aware of it. We're putting a few plans in place to make sure that we're a bit better at in this area. So this is the first one. Darcy Gardner had a terrific game, but kicked the ball out on the full just with a bit of perceived pressure on this occasion, and you don't give Brady Franklin the ball in the left pocket. He's pretty good, as you'll see there. He finishes that one. This was the next goal from a centre bounce. Ball gets kicked in. I've highlighted one of our defenders there in Sam Mays, who just wasn't able to go with Ben McGlynn on this occasion. So outworked to the contest. We probably don't hold our feet in the contest. You can see lots of numbers around the ball there, and the Sydney Swans are able to kick the second of their 3 goals. And the last one, only 29 seconds left on the clock, and this comes here from a tackle. So really important in these red time. We're composed, and we've got a lot of work to do in just making sure we play our roles. So there's Tom Bell there just giving away the free kick. So that'll be something that we continue to work on with the players. The players are aware of it, and we'll make sure that we improve that moving forward. Just on the tackling, I just thought I'd give everyone a bit of a look at what we focus in on our tackling. You'll see some names there with a few different colours. The colours, green representing great effort in percentage of tackles made. The orange is good, and the red being the work on, and that's based on AFL average. It was a really high tackling game. You'll see there we have one less tackle, I should say, than Sydney, and ineffective tackles we were actually +2. So we go through this with our players week by week, and we go through some of the reasons as to why, and I'm just flicking through some here. You'll see Liam Dawson on that occasion just reaching. This one resulted in a goal here to McGlynn, but as you'll see, Rowan Buick come in. Tom Rockcliffe gives away just a free kick. I'll sort of slow it down so you can see it in a bit more slow motion, but just the ability here to lower your base and not give away the high free kick. Probably a bit unlucky, but teams are really good at being able to draw free kicks now, so we've just got to improve on that one. And you saw this one earlier, but if I slow it down for you, what we would talk to Tom Bell about in this particular play is not going for the bump, but tackle first. You'll see he goes to bump there, and now he goes to realise he's got a tackle. The arm flicks up high, and we give away a free kick and shot on goal. So we do a lot of work on our tackling. I've just shown some clips here of the boys doing some grappling work. Did a lot in the pre-season. We do a lot throughout the week as well. We have someone that comes in and specialises in our work in this area as well. So you'll see Louis Taylor and Josh Green there doing some tackling stuff. I think Squizzy at the end of this one shows his superior strength and lifts Greenie off the ground, which he's pretty happy about. But we create all different types of scenarios for the players to be able to work through. So we'll continue to work on it. It's a big, important part of the game. And these are some of the guys that I just wanted to highlight that did some terrific efforts. Ben Keys, 8 tackles. Pierce Hanley, 11 tackles. So as I mentioned, 98 tackles for the game is a really high number, mainly due to the conditions. Ryan Harwood, 6 tackles as a defender, was terrific. So you'll see him fighting and scrapping for this ball here. So defensively, it's something that we want to be. It's hard to play against, and we felt on the day the boys did a great job in this area. So lastly, just thought I'd cover off for the fans out there the role of Daniel Rich. He worked pretty hard on Parker, who's a very good player for the Sydney Swans, and you'll see him highlighted there as this ball gets kicked in to this contest. Just the work rate to be able to use Luke Parker as a reference. So as this ball goes into the contest, we stay on our feet. Pierce Hanley does a great job to tackle. Dan Rich is still with Parker. Now we win the ball, and this is where Daniel Rich is at his best, when he makes opponents defend him. So he puts meterage on Luke Parker, who's a very good player, but just that ability to be able to go from defence now into offence, and he kicks a very important goal for us. So that was just one little insight into the role of Daniel Rich in the game against the Sydney Swans. Lastly, it's just important. We all were really happy with the effort, but we didn't get the result, and it's now important to take that effort on the road. We've actually played 4 of the top teams on the ladder as they stand. West Coast in 6th position at the moment, so 5 out of the 6 teams there, and Gold Coast Suns being the other one. So Port Adelaide this week, looking forward to it. Hopefully, as I said, take that effort on the road. With Ryan Lester, it's really about him playing his role, and that's what he's done really well as a forward. Bigger body, he's able to move up and down the ground because of his time that he's spent in the midfield. So he's got a high work rate, and just his understanding of how to play the role really important for us. Yeah, we certainly talked a lot about that, and it really helped us from what we were able to achieve, because we have a philosophy that you have to give up something to get something. So we had to allow Sydney to have the spare man behind the ball, but that also gave us a spare man behind the ball as well. And during the game, we were able to create a lot of forward half turnovers, and that was generally just through our positioning behind the ball as well.